¿Qué pasa, mi gente? Welcome to another video. Today, we're going to talk about something that is a little controversial amongst all the social media gurus, all the content planners, etc., etc., etc. Because everybody and their flippin' mother says that you need to be posting every single day, even multiple times a day. Shout out to Gary Vaynerchuk and everybody else, all the stuff that I've learned this from. But I will argue that there is actually one time where you actually shouldn't be posting. If you do this right, I swear to you, it makes posting multiple times a day very easy, and it makes it also easier for you to post consistently for the rest of the year. So in this video, I'll be showing you how you can basically create that window for yourself overall, how to use it properly, and how to spend more time working on your business and your personal brand and less on your content. But before we get into that, could you please do me a favor by liking this video and subscribing to the channel, because I put videos out like this talking about content planning, content strategy, literally helping people all over the US basically how to make content and online so that way you can make money for your life. I really appreciate it. Anyway, let's get back into the video. So the myth that everybody literally abides by is basically saying that if you're not posting, you're essentially failing, which, yes, most people, they basically come to you, at least like the companies that I work with my SMMA and whatnot, most people will tell you, oh, I'm just planning. But in reality, they're just procrastinating more so than anything else. And I agree, yes, you should be posting more, way more than you currently are. But there's a significant difference between hiding from the work that you actually need to do and stepping back into a system that actually works for you, so that way you can basically get more time freedom, make more money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, for you or for your business. And this video is essentially about that one intentional pause that pays off for months. So the only valid reason to stop posting is to build a backlog. What does that mean? A backlog is essentially a catalog of content that's already pre-filmed, pre-edited, and it's content ready to go. Doesn't matter the platform, doesn't matter where you're doing this, right? Why does this matter? Because it basically kills the excuse of, I don't have time today. And it lets you test out volume, essentially 2 to 3 posts a day, without melting down, because you have so many videos in the catalog or backlog, right? And it essentially gives you the space in order to improve without the pressure of like, I have something to do today, or I have to upload today, or I'm not going to be consistent, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, which is not what we want, right? So at the end of the day, if you're not posting, you'd better be stacking. I'm gonna just be mad honest with you. This is like, there's no creative retreat from this business overall. Like trying to create a business for yourself or a personal brand that makes money online for you. So what does a backlog look like? Or at least a good backlog look like, more so than anything else? For beginners, is essentially aiming for a certain number of videos that allows you to disregard posting for at least 15 to 30 days. And that is equivalent to like roughly half a month or to a month consistently. And that could be like, I don't know, once a day being 15 to 30 short form videos for a specific time period between half a month or roughly a full month if you're doing one a day instead of 2. Or it could be 10 to 20 long form videos. You can determine the amount of videos to yourself depending on how aggressive you want to be with it. But I always say the more the better. So if you're taking like a month off in order to create 3 months worth of content so you could post every single day or post multiple times every single day, I say do it. The only thing that you're going to be using is your time and your energy, more so than anything else. But then you could literally just clock these out within a week or within a weekend, depending how diligent you are. Now, for the more serious creators, obviously you guys are gonna be able to give more attention and more energy and more time to the specific task. So therefore, I would be expecting like something like 30 to 60 shorts in that time frame in which that you're going to take your time off, so that way you can actually create the content that you need for the future. Or let's say, for example, you're doing long form, I would say develop 30 pieces of long form. So that means you'd be posting twice a day or once a day, every single day within a given month, or over the course of multiple months, depending on how big is your frequency, or how large is your frequency, I should say. But whether if you're a beginner or if you're a more serious creator, you're still using the same core topics, you're still using the same audience, and you're still using the same general format. So that way you can improve your reps. But the idea is that you don't disappear for a month just to make one perfect video, but you disappear for 7 to 14 days, being a week or 2 weeks, to make 30, 60, 90, even 180 imperfect but publishable ones, if that makes sense. And I want you to be able to make this distinguishable dependent on your own taste, right? If your videos are like 80% good, fantastic, let's send it, you know what I'm saying? And if you absolutely need them to get edited and like decked out like Iman Gadzhi or any of these other people, like these social gurus, then of course, then make sure that you find an editor that can actually take those videos and do the edits for you. Otherwise, you're just gonna be in a situation where you're procrastinating again. And we don't want that. So we wanna make the most amount of videos in the least amount of time possible. So how to use your no post week properly. So you have to break it up into phases. And this also goes for 2 weeks as well. So let's say, for example, we're just using the 1 week example. And obviously, like if you're doing this over 2 weeks, then you could just basically deck it out. So the first stage within your no post week in this scheduled time frame is essentially the first 2 days you're strategizing. You're basically looking for ideas, you're clarifying who do you help, you're clarifying what is the problem that you solve overall, you're brain dumping the ideas that come to you as you go out throughout your day, being like 30 to 50 ideas into a content bank, which I literally talk about on this channel all the frickin' time, whether it be on Google Sheets or Notion or even just your regular Apple Notes if you have an Apple, shout out to Apple. And use questions people that ask you about specific things that you're trying to help people with, or mistakes that you've made, or simple how-tos. Literally from just that, from those 2 days of just generating all these types of ideas, you're going to have literally up to 100 ideas. And it's gonna be great because you're gonna be like, dang, here are a ton of videos that I can basically make today or in the next couple days in this 7-day time frame. All right, cool. So now the first 2 days are done. Now let's focus on day 3 to 5, which is essentially batch filming. Okay, I want you to be filming in blocks. So I want you to film in one specific outfit every 5 to 10 videos. What does that mean? So you're changing your shirts, you're changing your angles, you're changing anything about the shot, talking about like the shot here, like of the camera, whether it be your phone or a DSLR or a mirrorless camera or even a cinema camera, every 5 to 10 videos, so that way you have some sort of variation. That way people aren't like, oh, it's just this guy again, unless you want to make sure that you're doing all your videos in the same variation just to make it easy for you. But I recommend usually 5 to 10 videos roughly in different places, in different outfits, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. By doing this, you're going to be focusing mainly on the hooks, the clear teaching, and simple storytelling, because the only thing that changes is the angle and your outfit, okay? And then from day 6 to 7 is essentially when you edit and systematize. So you're essentially going to create 1 or 2 edit templates, being captions, like the caption styles, like the types of cuts that you want to do, like jump cuts or however cuts that you decide to do, depending on what you like about your videos or what you like about other people's videos that you want to include in your own videos, and basic B-roll, right? So basically, you could either do this yourself or you can hire an editor on Fiverr to do all this for you. However, it's really hard to find somebody on Fiverr or Upwork to basically do like a whole bank of edits for you. And it's much easier to find somebody like on, for example, like Upwork, or if you happen to know anybody that's already doing this, that has people basically doing like a streamline of multiple edits in one time, you can ask them, hey, do you mind if I use your editor? And I literally pay them for their time, da, 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 da. And then after that, either when you're editing the stuff yourself or getting somebody else to edit it for you, you're gonna take all of those clips and you're gonna load it into your scheduler, which is essentially like a content planning CRM. So I always recommend Metricool. I literally made a video just on the softwares that you should be using in Metricool. I literally talked about it for like a good 5 to 10 minutes. I use Metricool more so than anything else. I've tried all of them. I've tried Later, I've tried Buffer, I've tried Hootsuite, and the easiest one to use and the most efficient is Metricool more so than anything else. I've been using it with my current CRM with all of the people that I currently operate with, which is more than 23 businesses around the United States, and for myself. So I recommend using Metricool. However, everybody's open to use their own CRM. I'm just telling you the one that I use. By the end of this pause, literally through this time frame via the 7 days or 14 days, you're literally going to go from I don't have any content to, dang, this is a lot of videos. Like, how am I going to schedule this out? And that is going to be an excuse that's no longer in your world, if that makes sense. Now, here's when procrastination, or I guess, here's when prepping becomes procrastination, if I should say that. The red flags that you should worry about, especially when you're telling yourself this stuff, is that, oh, I just need a better camera first. Oh, I'm still perfecting my brand colors. Oh, I'm planning content for 3 months straight. You know what I'm saying? The simple rule is that if you're not posting and you're going into a season where you're not posting at all, you want to end with at least a catalog of published ready videos. So that way it isn't just preparation. What you actually took was a vacation that you actually planned for yourself when you have all these videos literally scheduled out, right? So I want to encourage you to set a hard deadline for this time period, right? It could be 7 days, it could be 10 days, it could be even 14 days, but no longer than 2 weeks, literally taking a break from content overall to make more content. And on that date, you essentially decide when your posting resumes, no matter what, okay? So after you have the backlog, I want you to post like, I don't even know how to explain this. I want you to post like your life depended on you, okay? So because you have so many posts, like let's say anywhere from like 30 to 100 posts to be posting on a consistent basis, I want you to post daily. If you could post daily times 2, like post multiple times a day, like 2 or 3 times a day from the backlog, then you can film stuff as you go and edit them as you go. Does that make sense? And once you literally have this backlog and have this foundation in which you could just be posting all the time, all you have to take into consideration is, what am I going to be posting for September, but it's June? Or what am I going to be posting for December when it's October? You know what I'm saying? So going from that, you'll be much more prepared and you'll have less stress about content overall when you have an effective system that works for you. Plus, you use the analytics from those posts to refine your hooks, to kill weak topics, to spin winners and do variations on the videos that actually work for you and have generated the most amount of views or engagement via the posts that you're making. The backlog necessarily isn't a vacation, it's essentially a launch spot for you to make a system for yourself that actually works. Because once it's built, you literally earn the right to relax or even just go a step further and just go hard the next quarter, the next year, the next 2 years, the next 5 years, right? So I want to reiterate, most of the time you should be posting, right? The only time that you shouldn't is when you deliberately have gone into the content lab in order to create more videos for yourself so you can build a catalog that makes future posting automatic, okay? I hope you liked the video. This is something that I've been talking about for a long time, but haven't really made a video about. So I hope you really enjoyed this concept or this system overall. If you liked the video, make sure to like and comment literally what I should be making more, because I want to make more videos that you guys want me to make overall. On top of that, subscribe to the channel, because literally I put out videos every single day on content strategy, literally storytelling, personal branding, the works, so that way you can make content to make money online. On top of that, if you're somebody that wants to make videos, but you want to make videos for somebody else, I literally have a community and a coaching program that you can literally click in the first description into our school group, so that way you can basically do this to take yourself from 0 to 10K. Otherwise, if you're watching this and you're at the end here, I appreciate you. YouTube is basically telling you, hey, watch this recommended video wherever it is on the screen right now, and go watch that. Don't stop watching now. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Peace.